Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you could probably already tell, we're not in ASCII Ridge today. I do have some more content coming out about ASCII Ridge coming up later on this week or next week, but for now, I wanted to cover the brand new DLC that has came to the game that involves 3 brand new weapons, including the Enantha Action 22 mag, the Frost 257, and the Giddings SSC 410 Coyote. And with me today on top of that, I have all kinds of different ammunition that we're going to carry with us. One thing I do notice about this DLC as a consecutive unit, like a whole loadout, just by itself, it is very, very, very lightweight. If I wanted to, I could carry a whole other rifle or a whole other shotgun here, and maybe a bow on top of that, dependent on the rifle or shotgun you pick. You could probably put in a couple different handguns even if you wanted to, but why would you? Because this loadout in particular is so versatile. It's really all you need in one careful little package. But I'm digressing just a little bit. We have 22 mag jacketed hollow points with us, which cover classes 1 to 2. We have the 257 Roberts ammunition. This one's the polymer tip bullets. This is pretty all around. Classes from 2 to 6, kind of similar to a lot of the 30-06 models that have came out recently. And then we have 3 different kinds of 410 ammunition, including Birdshot, which is just Class 1 ammunition, Buckshot, which covers Classes 2 to 3, and we have the Slugs, which will cover Classes 3 to 5. All around, the 257 is obviously going to be the most versatile weapon in this loadout. However, I wanted to give all 3 of these weapons the good old college try. So let's get out there. We're going to go across a couple different maps, looking at a couple different animals today, seeing what all we can get done with these weapons in particular. Right now, we're on Salsweezin Park. I figured a good place to start would be with Raccoon and Raccoon Dog, maybe some Fox somewhere in the middle there. This is a pretty small game-based map, so any of these weapons here would be pretty decent on maps like this, or maybe Reventuli Coast. So, all that being said, let's jump right in and get started. Right off the rip here, I'm seeing some nice-looking greylag geese. There's a whole big flock here, a bunch of females, but there's this big level 4 here that I want to give a shot at. I think I already have a diamond greylag, but one more greylag would not hurt. Just like the other 22 rifles, you can only zero maximum up to 164 yards, so we're going to have to aim just a little higher here. This is the first shot that I've ever taken with this rifle, so I don't know how it's going to react. Oh, that was a bit loud. But I think we nailed it, I want to say. I mean, I think we hit it. As far as I know, we did. But that's definitely not the reaction I thought this rifle would have. I have left myself 100% purposefully blind to any information or any videos regarding this DLC, just to make sure I get the full, authentic experience trying out these weapons for the very first time. I'm so used to my tracks being different colors because I've been on ASCII for so long. But anyway, there's some raccoon in the area as well. And of course, I'm going to swap over to raccoon drinking time. And hopefully we can see some pretty nice looking raccoon dogs in the future as well. Our goose is laying just up here, just a little ways. I think that's a grouse somewhere in the back. There are black grouse on this map. I don't have a diamond of them just yet, but maybe that will change. As for right now, we're going to get our greylag goose up and out of here. 3.59 diamond is 3.85 for greylag geese. From 219 yards, we've somehow sniped the heart right there. Was not really my intention. I somehow missed the jaw there, like the neck entirely. Ended up in the lung and the heart, so that's not terrible. I think I'm going to like this gun a lot more than I like the Hornet, but I still think at some points I am just going to have to default to the 22, just for other practical purposes outside of taking down waterfowl or smaller animals. Let's see if we can't find this black grouse over here. Although with the way that I'm sprinting, I'm probably going to end up scaring it off if it hasn't already started being defensive and moving around. Where are you at? Oh my God! There's 3 of them here. Let me see. Oh, they're coming right for us. I have birdshot in this one. Do you think we can hit it? I have the shotgun. Wait, no, I think I have slugs in this. Yeah, I totally whiffed that. This shotgun's gonna have to take a while to get used to, I fear. Come on. Oh, it didn't curve far enough. That's fine. We got one of them. Oh, man. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. Let's see what we got here. 114. That's not a that's not a bad score at all. Diamond's 120 for black grouse. So I'll take it where I can get it. Nice looking bird. Did I even hit anything else over here? No, I see no splatters whatsoever. There's no additional pressure, so no sign that I hit any of the other birds. As far as I know, they didn't have any diamond-worthy estimates anyways, but I'll take it where I can get it somewhere else. Now, if I'm remembering right, raccoon dogs drink from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is currently 8 o'clock, so I think what I'm going to do is teleport somewhere where we can find all kinds of raccoon dogs, namely in areas like this, areas like this. Sometimes you can find them up here as well if you're lucky. For example, I have one zone up here. I can find them all down through here as well. All down through here. There's lots of different places to pick from. I think I'm just going to hop on over here and reset the time and work my way up and to the right a little bit. Finally, we've got our first sighting of some raccoon dog out here. There's a level 4 and a level 3. I think that's about it. Now, this new rifle, the 22, will cover classes 1 to 2, but I don't think I trust it enough to take down a raccoon dog just yet. However, I guess it really wouldn't hurt. It's just a level 4 male. We can give it a shot, but I do want to get a little closer before I pull the trigger. I'm zeroed for as far as this rifle will go, 164 yards, and we're closing in on it now. I think if I aim just a little high... I don't like the look of that. Either I didn't hit it very well, like I hit it poorly, or maybe this 22 doesn't have the exact stopping power that I was hoping for, which is good to know before I try it on anything bigger than the raccoon dog, or maybe a red fox. Maybe I hit it bad, maybe I didn't. We're going to go over here and see, because surely it's going to die, right? Well, look at that. I hit vital on it. So maybe it's, like, it penetrated enough to hit a vital organ, but it's just not a big enough round to take it down the way perhaps it would like a smaller, like a rabbit or a bird or something like that. So maybe this rifle would not be the best to use on mammals like fox and raccoon dog after all. He's laying just up here. He didn't get super far, but... yeah, we hit left and right lung there. Albeit a little high, right under the spine. Could have spine shot him. The other shot, I assume, didn't hit super well. Yeah. Despite it being jacketed, it didn't really give enough penetration to hit an organ. He was only a silver at 5.99. Gold is 720, so he was light years away from even the possibility of being a gold. So thankfully, we know this going forward. I do not think the 22 mag is unfortunately good enough to take down mammals like this, but thankfully we have the 257, which should make things a lot easier. I now have the frost out. I do see another raccoon dog, but that's the thing. I only see one. But all we need is one to test out the capabilities of the Frost 257 on prey like, well, I call them prey. They're predator animals, but on targets, rather, like the raccoon dog. I don't want to take a long shot just yet. I don't want to put all my luck into a post 300-yard shot just yet. I want to see how well it does from mid-range, about 190, 200 yards away, before I start taking post 300 shots on targets that small. But we're going to see how well it fares against this poor raccoon dog right ahead of us. She's only a level 3, so if we mess her up in any way, I mean, it's not going to be a humongous loss, but we're definitely going to try our best to at least hit her vitally. That may have been a spine shot. I think I was just a little too high there. There's also some hazel grouse to my right here. I really love how the 257 sounds. I love the ring of that shot. I think it's a beautiful weapon. They did great on the sound design for this weapon. I mean, I fear I may be utilizing this in my modern loadout, my general day-to-day use loadout, over maybe... oh gosh, I think the Quist, which really says a lot because I also love the Quist Reaper. It is also a generally new rifle. But if things go the way I think they're going to go with the 257 today, I think I might just replace the Quist with it. I think I see another... oh, well, I mean, I think that's our grouse? No, that's a bunny. God, that's a loud rifle. God, that's a really loud rifle. And we didn't spook off the raccoon dog that's out there. She's also just a level 2. Well, again, we'll take what we can get, where we can get it, but we'll go after her in just a second after we pick up the rabbit there. And this poor thing. 5.16. Not bad. Again, we're aiming just a little bit high. This one was a little far back, but we were still able to take out just the lungs by themselves, miraculously. I like what I see from this rifle. Now, maybe this will be a chance for us to try a pretty decent far-out shot. We can zero for 328, so why don't we just back up a little bit? As long as she's out there in the open and within view, I don't think we're going to have much of an issue. Oh, this is going to be a little tricky. Okay, we definitely didn't spook her. That's a good sign. I think I am going to have to move a little bit back, even further, just to be as close to my zero as I possibly can be. Mister, again, I still didn't spook her. There's a level 5 there with her, but I can't see him as well. I'll just keep going for her. Come on now. If I can just steady my hand. Well, I hit her, but I didn't hit her very well. Yeah, she's gonna... Well, no, she's still gonna run off and die. To be fair, this caliber covers classes 2 to 6, 2 being like the very lowest it'll go, so... It's a pretty powerful caliber for something as small as a raccoon dog. We didn't hit her very well, but we hit her, and it was enough to kill her. As for our rabbit here, I probably should have used the shotty that came with it. But, oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. Oh, I used the 257. I thought I swapped to the... It's okay, it was just a level 1. 1.39 is barely over silver anyways. Not a big deal. I think I already have a Diamond Euro rabbit anyways. She was kind of just in the way. There's another small grouping of raccoon dogs out there. Oh, I think that level 5 was coming back to his zone. Is that just a normal raccoon? Interesting. I think that's our dead one right there. That's not the male that we scared off. I want to see what the score estimates are for these two out here. I'm not obviously going to fire the shotgun at them. I just want to use the scope if I can. No, still too far out. Let's try the frost here. Okay, that was a level 6. And that one's a level 5. Is there anyone else out here that I can't spot? No. We should be too far away to scare off those two out there. Yeah, way, way, way far out. We can try another far out shot on them in just a second. I think what I want to do... I do have bird shot in this, correct? Okay, I do now. Unless, wait, what class is that again? Oh, it's a class 2. So actually, the 22 would be preferential. Well, let's see what we can do. Wow. Well, we definitely didn't hit it very good, but after a couple tries, at least we did hit it. I don't think it'll go down, but we'll see. As for these guys out here, they're still fine. I do want to try another long shot with the 257 just to see what it'll do. This guy's pretty out in the open and pretty still, so let me see here. Oh, we nailed him. Oh, we nailed both of them. Well, I like what I see. The performance from this rifle is actually really, really nice. This rifle is honestly really fun. It's really cool to handle, really cool to shoot. I'm very impressed, to say the least. Let's see what this raccoon dog scores. 4.28. Man, that's not even a whole silver, so she would have been a bronze anyway. That's a good shot to waste on a small little target like that. Something meaningless. Well, at least we know we hit these two higher scoring males over here very nicely, very eloquently. What time is it right now? So we have about 20 minutes left in raccoon dog drinking time before we have to swap over. It's actually been kind of difficult finding their zones. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on Saul Squeezin', as you could probably tell. But at least we're taking out plenty of them when we see them, no matter how or what gun we use. There's a level 4 raccoon here. I don't know where I hit that, but it's going to go down, so I assume I hit vital. Again, the 22 mag is not a very big caliber, classes 1 to 2. Raccoons are definitely not level 1, So it might take that raccoon just a little while to die before we can go pick it up, but at least it was a nice scoring one. I hope we hit it vitally. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, we did hit it. So we hit it in the ass the first time, but like as it was crouching down, we nailed it once more right underneath the spine. I don't know how we didn't spine shot it. 10.08 as well. Not a bad score. Just, what, 1.92. Sorry, my math is bad. Away from Diamond. Not a bad little coon. Let's go pick up our other raccoon dogs down here before we forget about them. One thing's for sure, I really like the response time with the 257. It took practically no time at all to nail 2 very long shots on 2 different raccoon dogs here. The response time from one shot to the other was not bad at all. Sure, it's not the Quist Reaper. Could be a little faster, for example, but again, it's still not bad. It's still not terrible. 6.98 on this level 6 here. We were able, wow, 300 yards through one lung, into the liver, into the stomach, into the intestines. Look at that penetration with the polymer tip bullets from 300 yards. That's, I know it's a very small target, but still, that's kind of crazy. As for this one, 6.4, so they were very similar in score, very, very close. We nailed the left lung on the turn there, just the left lung. In fact, I'll be fair, this shot shouldn't have registered at all. We just scraped that lung and he still went down 309 yards. Wow. We actually have a couple raccoon dogs. I see some pheasants out here. But we also have a little raccoon right here. Or sorry, not raccoon, Lord. A red fox right in front of us. And these raccoon dogs down here are, I think, a little too far away. Yeah, they're far away. So if we take a pot shot on this little fox here with the 22 mag, it shouldn't scare anybody off, right? Well, that was effective. I didn't think foxes were any, or at least that much bigger than raccoon dogs, but, I mean, that worked out pretty well. There's also some burrows down here, but I don't see anyone active at them, even before I spotted the fox. So we're just going to keep the ball rolling and head towards this raccoon dog. It's all the way out here. I think right here is a safe enough distance away. Let me see what I can do. Alrighty then. I'm beginning to think maybe at this point the 257 is perfect for these things in a way that is simply just overkill. I think if you're fast enough and you hit him in the right spot, the 22 mag, while not exactly the most optimal, would do well. Like I said, you have to be fast enough. Oh my gosh, there's more out here that I didn't spot. Like I said, you have to be like fast with it, quick with it. But if you are with the 22 mag, it should be just as fine. Well, you also have to hit your shots, and that's something I just cannot do. Oh, I hit that one. I hit it again. Man, it's getting real close, isn't it? I think I finally hit vitals on it. Is it going to go down? That's the one we shot right there. Did it finally go down? Yeah, right at our feet. There's pheasants flying all over. That's terrifying. Anyways, yeah, I'm not good with this so far. But it works. In the end, I still think I would choose the 257 just because I'm impatient and it is overpowered for them, even if it is ethical. But if you want to take the ethical route, the more ethical route at the very least, the 22 mag would be fine if you're quick enough with it. Quick and accurate. I should clarify. Quick and accurate. Here's the fox. 5.78. So just a little measly silver. Left lung, right lung with the 22 mag. And then, oh, that's probably what brought it down. I hit left lung and the liver on top of the other lung. That's probably what did it in, instead of, like, 2 perfect double lung shots. So maybe the 22 mag isn't the most optimal choice for foxes either, but it'll still get the job done, especially if you need a lightweight weapon to take with you. I think I see... Yes, there's another one out there. A level 4 male? I don't see anybody else with it, so that'll be our next target, but for right now I want to pick up our garbage while they're laying here. Let's see what we got. 6.47 left lung, liver, stomach, and right lung. 227. We'll round up and say 230 yards. Not bad, not bad. I still think the 257 is like a little too much. They die so quick and so easy with the 257. One thing we haven't tried yet is the 410 Coyote. I think that's what I would like to do. I'll get buckshot out. Now, how well do you think I'm going to do in terms of getting close enough to that thing right there? We're already between 250 and 270 away. How close do you think I can get to this raccoon dog without it spooking? I think I've done well so far. It's not detected that I'm here. Look at the wind. It might as well just go ahead and blow my scent right into this guy's face, and he still has not picked up on the fact that I'm here. Now, I am already zeroed on the coyote for 54 yards. So I think maybe if I just go ahead and crouch from right up here, hopefully we can hit a good shot. Oh my god, I didn't think it'd be that big of a impact. Oh my god. It's hard to tell where we hit this guy. Well, I definitely want to see that impact. Is our level 8 still out there? Because while I'm out there, he's nervous. Y'all think I can hit that? Nope, I didn't hit it well enough. That's for damn sure. Well, you can't win them all, but I at least want to see what happened here. Oh my god, look at that. 47 yards away with that buckshot. Those pellets. I probably should have taken the scope off. That probably would have helped me aim a little more, and I probably shouldn't have been so quick. But here's the first shot with the 257 instead, and then here's the follow-up shot. 5.84 is not a great score anyways, so that's a good waste target. Anyways, I think we're going to move on now. We're going to head on down to Hirschfelden. We're going to take a look at some fallow deer or maybe some roe deer, see how well the slugs, the 410 slugs, do over there. So give me just 1 second, and we're going across the globe in 80 seconds. We're closer to the end of fallow deer drinking time here on Hirschfelden, but we do have a pretty handsome fallow deer here. Maximum weight estimate of 220. His score estimate is between 192 and 233. Now, 249.99, if I'm not mistaken, is diamond for fallow deer. So if we maim him with the 243, it's not going to be some big, tremendous loss. But I do want to see how well it fares against these fallow deer. It wasn't a perfect, frontal shot. We didn't go strictly for the heart shot there. But I think we made it work. Here's another litmus test. There's a fallow deer all the way out there. I want to zero for 328 and see if we can't knock this guy right in his ribs. I think I am going to have to aim a little high. I think that might have still been a little too low. Well, he's going down. I don't know if I hit him a second time or not, if I'm being honest, but we'll find out in due time. Alright, let's see what we got here. 199, so closer to the bottom of his estimate, no big deal. 179 yards through the scapula, sunk pretty nicely into the left lung there. Didn't get a whole lot of penetration because it hit bone, but not bad. Not bad at all. That's a nice little rifle there. I would like to get in just a little bit closer to see if I can get the slugs into one of these deer. Now, from what I understand, this shotgun specifically was designed to be for very up close and very personal altercations or confrontations with animals. So, in order for this to be the most effective, I need to be, up in this fucking thing's face. That's why the pellet spread was so wide, so big, when we shot that raccoon dog from 50-some yards away, 40-some yards away. There is this smaller fallow deer out here. Do y'all think maybe if I zero for 82 and aim really, really high, this will work? Well, I can tell you now that it did not. Is it worth taking another shot on with the frost? I don't think it was. I didn't hit it very well, but that's okay. We've got our smaller buck laying up here in the weeds. We did have to go pretty far to find him. I'm just curious to see where we hit him. Oh, we vertebrae shot him, so we aimed just a little bit too high. Now, had we aimed just a little bit lower and sunk that into the lungs, how successful of a shot do you think it would have been from 374 yards with something like the 257? We probably would not have had to track him nearly as long, but I think because of distance, the penetration would simply just not be as deep as it would have been on our first buck, for example. And ultimately, we still would have, got the full score, got the full harvest, score, whatever. But I think this rifle isn't very well suited to far out distances. But that's just my assumption. Unless, of course, you're faced with a raccoon dog, because then, duh. I hear something running on us. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, it was right there. I could have fired. I wouldn't have known. Oh. I hit one with a slug. I hit it in the ass. I know I did. Oh. Non-vital organ. Well, we are close, and we did use slugs, so it's gonna die. But that was really weird, wasn't it? Well, we've done quite a bit of running, but that's kind of what you get when you try to do a good old Texas hard shot. Man, that's all? 22 yards. That's it? With a slug? I mean, I know the coyote isn't necessarily this big powerhouse, but it said non-vital organ hit, and I kind of assumed it made its way into the stomach, but I guess that's on me for assuming. I'm going to have to make this very snappy. But there's this little guy right here in front of me, and I do have the slugs. I just really need him to stop. That might have been a little too far back, maybe a little too low. I don't know. I'm not very experienced with shotguns, let alone slugs. So I really am doing my best, but it doesn't appear that I'm doing a very good job. At least I know I hit him. This is his zone, and thankfully he's just a solo zone from what I can see. I'm going to take a moment here to... I'm right at the part where I shot him on the map. So I'm going to take a moment here to watch and see if he goes down at all, how long it's going to take him.
One eternity later.
Well, it's close to 12 o'clock, and 1, he's not returned, but 2, he has not died. So I reckon I just didn't hit him very good at all. You can see there's no pressure here. So instead, what I'm going to do... I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, fallow deer are not the best to hunt for, especially not with our loadout on a map with such a high foliage turnout like this one. So why don't we swap over to somewhere else that has more fallow deer with less of a risk of like just walking up on them and scaring them. The scene here is absolutely perfect. There are fallow deer right below me. My wind is brilliant. I should be able to just sneak right up on these fallow deer, hopefully, and I should be able to stick a slug somewhere in one of these guys' rib cages. I should probably zero for something less than 80 yards, because I'm very, very close. I think there's multiple, because I can hear footsteps on my right. But if I'm careful, I can just take out the one that's right over here. Oh, I see him. How close is he? Where did I hit him? For him to just take it and run? Where did I hit him? What? What? Okay. Mental note taken. The slugs are not as good as I thought they were going to be. Or maybe it is user error. You guys can let me know in the comments. You guys have had a lot more time to use these guns and get used to them as I have. These are just my first-hand experiences using them the first time. Are the slugs working out in anyone's favor? If you guys have had good luck with them and can give me some pointers, let me know. Because it seems like I've been having a very hard time. I mean, you guys saw where I hit that fallow deer, and I know it's a big deer, big whoop. Is it a penetration thing, or is this gun really only useful when you're literally, like, nose to nose with animals? Because that seems a little bit unfair, at least in my opinion. It's the tail end of fallow drink time, and there's 2 male fallows here. Oh, wow, there's more. Actually, I'm very wrong. a level 3 here with a max of 190, 172, a 64, and a 154. They're getting ready to get up and start leaving, so I'm going to take the 257 and just start nailing these guys. Okay, there's one of them. Is the other one already dead? Did he drop, or did he take off, maybe? No, he dropped. Is he a floater? Mayhaps? I mean, I don't see anything in the water. Okay. I'd like to get in close to some animals where I can use, like, the birdshot and the buckshot, but with the pellet spread on the 410 buckshot and birdshot being as, like, out as it is, like, you can only successfully use those calibers, like that ammunition specifically, if you're, like, nose to nose, I'm pretty sure, with an animal of that species. And I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. As cool as the 410 is, I was really excited for the 410. I don't really foresee myself using it a whole lot, just because, like, it just seems like such a difficult gun to use. Anyways, here's one deer. 132. I mean, this 257 puts in the work. This 257 puts in the absolute work. It is gas. I highly recommend it. Where's my other deer? Never mind, it ran right up here on the hill. I thought it fell in the water, maybe. But again, this 257 puts in the absolute work. Hang on just a second. Oh, yeah. That one's going on the Instagram. Anyways, the 257 is gas. I'm really enjoying this weapon. I can easily foresee it going on my day-to-day use loadout permanently, replacing the Quist Reaper. But as far as the 410, not so much. I do like the 22 mag. I think it's good in certain instances. You know, certain circumstances vary, like distance. I don't think I would use it so much against raccoon dogs, but I think it'd be fun for foxes. I think it'd be fun for other varmints and little species like rabbits and birds, like most 22 or varmint rifles are. But either way, it's a cute little versatile rifle that's good within, you know, mid-range, short to mid-range. The 410 is just not living up to the expectations I had, unfortunately. To further prove my point with the 410 Coyote, I'm going to use birdshot. I'm going to test and see how the pellet spread operates. From my blind here, I'm back on ASCII Ridge, funnily enough, haha, I know. I'm going to set up my snow goose collar here. I have my decoys. I'm going to call down some snow geese. I'm gonna take a pot shot at one of them, and we're going to see the pellet spread on it. We're going to see how long it takes us to track down a bird that we've shot if it fatally wounds it. There's going to be a lot of things going through my head that I'm going to be thinking of as I go into this bird hunting with the 410. So hopefully we're successful, and hopefully it's just all in my head and it's just user error, or maybe it is what it is. The shotgun is just better when you're nose to nose with animals, and maybe that's why the pellet spread is so far out, and maybe that's why I'm having so many issues using the slugs, for example. Maybe the shotgun is just better suited for things like this. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at. There's a level 1 male snow goose here. I don't know if he has other flock mates with him. Yes, he does. There's a level 2. There's another level 2. I'm just going to take a pot shot at this guy right here. Okay, I see. Okay. So, it is all in my head. In a way, yes. It is all in my head, and it is user error. But also, I don't think the shotgun is effective from any better range other than maybe 30 to 50 yards if you're lucky. I don't think the slugs are effective. I think your best bet is just to stick with birdshot and use the shotgun for bird hunting, as that's so far been the only successful moment with the 410 that I've had today. Flesh, left lung. See, the pellet spread was so tight. It's so tight knit from this range, but at 50-some yards, it's too spread out, too far apart on a raccoon dog. But again, most likely, it's user error. I'm going to try it again with one more bird to exemplify my point. Because bear in mind, again, I was less than 50 yards away from that raccoon dog that we shot, yet the pellet spread was so vast, it was so wide, and I just don't understand how the pellet spread is so tight-knit from 30 yards, but not, what was it, 47? It could have just been the buckshot. I think the buckshot might have been what it was. But you can't use slugs, and you can't use birdshot on raccoon dogs. So that also, again, user error, that could have been the problem I was running into. Actually, I think for this exercise alone, I am going to use buckshot to see if there is a difference. And I'm going to stay zeroed for 30 yards, because the geese will fall down onto the ground from approximately 30 yards. And I'm going to see the difference in pellet spread. Is this ethical? No, but for experimentation purposes, it's necessary. Let me see here. Stomach, liver, right tibia, left lung. Okay, so that is the issue. It's buckshot. The buckshot is the problem. The pellet spread is so much wider than it is with birdshot. But you can't use birdshot on a raccoon dog. So, like I figured, it was user error. Well, duly noted for next time. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend, in fact, after this, going after raccoon dogs with buckshot. Not anymore. Okay, I know this wasn't a very long video, but here are my final thoughts on the new DLC weapons. I think they're mostly great. I'm struggling to get to know the 410, but I think with further use I will get there, now that I have a better understanding of how the little thing works. I'm starting to enjoy it more now that I'm getting the science down. The 257, mwah, chef's kiss, brilliant weapon. Pump action rifles aren't in the game yet until this point, so very excited to see it here. I do think I will be using it more often, replacing the Quist Reaper. I do like the 22 mag. The 22 mag is a lot of fun. It is pretty loud, abrasive, but it sounds amazing, just like the 257. I don't know if I can replace the Virant 22. I have already tried that with the Hornet, and it just didn't really work out in my favor. But again, trial and error, we shall see. Let me know how you're feeling about the new rifles down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear some tips and tricks on maybe how to get better well acquainted with some of these new rifles in game and the shotgun. Seeing as I've had so much trouble. But if you guys are liking it, I'm liking it, and I'll get to know them a little more in the future. Once more, thanks again for watching, thanks for listening to me ramble, and I will see you next time. Roll the tape. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you'd like to watch more, you can select one of the icons to the right of me, or you can select the little icon down below to subscribe. If you like what you've seen today, leave a like, subscribe if you want, ring the dinner bell for notifications next time I go live, or next time there's a new upload, or you can select one of the links down below in the description to follow me across all of your favorite social media platforms. I do have an Insta Lodge, which you can find down below. Any harvest screenshots or photography that I take while I play Call of the Wild gets posted there first. I have a Twitch where I do stream Call of the Wild from time to time. We have an absolute blast, and we would love to have you. Or you can go to my TikTok, where any additional Call of the Wild content goes that doesn't quite make it into my YouTube channel. Thanks again for stopping by. It was good to see you, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.